Hi, I'm Sarah with People for Bikes. Thanks for joining us in this series as we share our passion for making biking better for everyone. Over the course of this series, we've taken a deeper look at our Places for Bikes City Ratings program. Our video series has covered the methodology behind our program and suggested ways that you can improve your score and make biking better for everyone. With careful planning and smart construction, cities can rely on majority support from residents to implement a completely connected, comfortable mobility network that allows people on bikes or on foot to travel safely through their community. We asked Kyle Wagenschutz, People for Bikes Vice President of Local Innovation, to share his helpful tips for moving your city up the rankings. Kyle has been working for and with city governments for more than a decade, and understands how a tool like City Ratings can help leaders accelerate improvements for biking.
In most cities, if you compare maps of the existing roadway network to the implementation of bicycle lanes and trails, it becomes evident why more people don't ride bikes. Instead of a well-connected system of routes to help people get from point A to point B, bike networks look more like random lines drawn on a map. In these communities, driving a car is simply the easiest, most logical choice for getting around. And to change that, we have to make the bicycle map look more like the roadway network.
Refocusing our work to holistically think about mobility as a network is an easy mindset to achieve, but it's only the first building block needed to make progress. To make our infrastructure work, we also have to engage the network of community leaders, residents, and business owners that are affected by changes in our transportation systems. Their knowledge and experience are critical components to achieving success.
Engaging your community in 3 important ways will increase the likelihood that your city can make significant progress on improving its bike network. First, in places where things get done, we see leaders from various sectors working together. Most champions don't have bikes in their job title, but they find ways to be involved. For many local champions, better bicycling is not the ultimate goal. Rather, they're working to improve their neighborhood or community, and bikes are a useful tool to help address a number of issues. Second, one of the best ways to build support for bicycling is simple: invite people to ride. The joy of riding a bike is a powerful tool. Touring your town by bike provides a first-hand look at the challenges and opportunities faced by people on 2 wheels, and it can create compassion and empathy, even for those who will never ride a bike. Finally, be sure your proposed projects are introduced and considered in ways that strengthen rather than divide communities. People generally have positive attitudes towards biking, but things can get tricky when it's time to make change on the ground. Good community outreach is thoughtful, thorough, and authentic. Long before a project is proposed in a community, city staff should be working to build long-term relationships with neighborhood leaders. Building relationships takes time, and there's no substitute or shortcuts to creating collaborations built on trust.
Most cities have a bike plan for their community. Sometimes it's a standalone document, other times it's part of a regional transportation or community master plan. And once these plans are adopted, they become the official blueprint for your bike network. Unfortunately, though, a lot of plans sit on the shelf gathering dust. That's because turning lines on a map into projects on the ground requires political leadership, sustainable funding, robust community engagement, and establishing clear, definable goals that benchmark and monitor your progress.
Adopting great policies can support building your bike network. Good policy can clear bureaucratic hurdles and streamline project delivery to focus on community-based outcomes that have already been vetted by a public engagement process. Some common examples are complete streets, Vision Zero, and traffic calming policies. In many cities, we hear that there isn't enough money for bike projects. And often what that really means is that bike projects are not valued as a priority. The truth is, even cash-strapped cities have found money to build their networks. In the big picture of transportation funding, bike projects are relatively inexpensive and can provide a great return on investment. Cities are becoming increasingly adept at delivering projects faster. While building infrastructure is complicated, cities are experimenting with materials, processes, and funding that allow them to install bike networks, public plazas, and other street improvements in just months rather than years. For organizations as big and complicated as local governments, creating a new procedure is difficult, but if you do it right, it can be revolutionary.
With the assistance offered by the data-driven insights of the City Ratings Program, you now have the tools necessary to build a vision among community residents and establish a long-term commitment with leadership to make bicycling successful no matter your city's starting point. Thanks for joining us as we discussed easy ways for anyone to get involved in the Places for Bikes City Ratings Program. Be sure to check out the other videos in this series showcasing the measurement tools and strategies you can use to improve your score and make biking better for everyone. Visit the City Ratings website for more tools and resources that will improve the health, livelihood, and future of our streets, cities, and planet. Together, let's create a better world through bikes.